These people came up with a very funny toy for the cat. Now the cat is happy and the child has fallen asleep. When the seal was surrounded by hungry killer whales, it jumped on a boat to people and hid behind the engines. What a smart creature! Killer whales circled the boat for a long time, but the seal was not going to leave a safe place, so it managed to escape. As soon as the owner allowed it, this cheerful bull terrier immediately took his turn near the ice cream van that comes to his neighborhood every day. The dog obediently waits in anticipation of a delicious treat, and it looks very funny, especially his cheerful tail, which makes 1,000 movements per minute. In this funny moment, the lamb put a bucket on its head and did not understand how to take it off. The woman was laughing for a long time. Now we have a similar moment, only here, the sheep found a motorcycle helmet. Thailand's tourism industry has suffered greatly during the COVID-19 times. For example, the ancient city of La Pira is home to a large population of macaque monkeys who are used to eating food that tourists leave for them near the temples of this city. There were even annual festivals where monkeys were left with huge piles of fruits and vegetables. However, when the flow of tourists stopped, populations of hungry macaques started to roam the streets of the city in search of food. You can see huge hordes of these primates, which are becoming more and more uncontrollable every day. They fight with local residents, steal everything they can steal from them, and even block the movement of cars. When these videos hit YouTube and went viral, local authorities tried to take control of the situation by leaving food for the monkeys outside the city center, and it worked. The rhinoceros hornbill lays eggs in a nest with a very narrow and small entrance, and the way they use is not clear because they can't fit in there. Surprisingly, the chick must figure out exactly when it needs to leave the nest, and if it grows too big, it will not be able to get through. This kid left the nest when it was still quite small, and it can't fly yet. Its parents continued to feed it on the bushes under the tree. Now we have an incredible moment in the zoo. This young orangutan went into the water, but it could not swim and immediately began to sink. It's time for her caretaker to appear in the frame. He throws a life buoy into the water, jumps there, and pulls out the orangutan. Already on the shore, he did all the necessary rescue operations, so the monkey survived. Now take a look at this heartbreaking moment when a swimmer was attacked by a small alligator. Although this attack looks frightening, the man was not seriously injured. According to the sheriff's office, people called 911 and reported that they were being chased by a cougar on a road east of Placerville. People were filming it on camera, and the cougar was slowly but surely walking towards them. I think it was just driving them away from its cubs. This took about 10 minutes, and eventually the predatory cat turned into the forest and disappeared. This home surveillance camera captured a wild fox confidently approaching a woman. The fox was rabid. As you can see, it immediately grabbed the woman by her jeans and a sweatshirt while she had to fend off the furious attacks of the evil fox. The animal did not pay attention to anything, and only when a man came running with a stick, it got scared and ran away. Every wild fox will run away from people, but when it has rabies, it can attack. So be careful and do not approach wild animals. This is the invasion of the Asian carp in Mississippi. Asian carp were artificially added to the Mississippi River 40 years ago. It was brought by farmers to destroy algae in fish ponds. It quickly coped with this and now destroys the eggs of other fish and plankton, depriving other underwater inhabitants of food. Asian carp is very voracious and aggressive. Not only fish suffer from it, but also fishermen. When carp jump out of the water, they break ribs and smash people's noses. Carp is very prolific. It penetrates everywhere, making its way to the lakes on the border of the USA and Canada. If it gets there, there will be an environmental disaster. The carp will displace other inhabitants. Local authorities have installed special barriers to stop these fish. Local authorities are asking fishermen to catch these fish, although there is not much need to catch them here. As you can see, the Asian carp flies into the boat itself. The cunning deer decided to cool off by taking a dip in the pool. Immediately after that, it quickly disappeared into the forest. This pig will remember that you need to stay away from fast dogs for a long time. This man knows that iguanas are the most intelligent species of reptiles in the world. Just look at it. His pet iguana enjoys stroking like a real dog. Now we have a moment when conservationists rescue a wild orangutan stuck in the middle of a raging river. The orangutan was discovered on the Lisan River, East Kalimantan, in Indonesia. While not knowing how long he had been in the water, conservationists were determined to get the monkey back to safety as soon as possible. The rescue was successful, and the obviously tired orangutan was rescued and sent to the branches of the trees. People calmly filmed an enclosure with gorillas at the San Diego Zoo. When a conflict arose between the two males, they crashed into the glass fence at full speed. You can see the result for yourself, and after such an aggressive interaction of primates, their aviary was temporarily closed for repairs. A pair of these adorable pandas saw snow for the first time at the Washington Zoo. They were just in shock. They were having fun playing in the snow and sliding down the slope on their backs. It looks very funny. This woman in Spain came across a strange two-headed creature, and this moment went viral online. The creature with rough skin looked like a snake with two heads, and it was about 10 centimeters in size. But as it turned out later, it was an elephant hawkmouth caterpillar. A woman doing yoga on a Bahamian beach interested a couple of iguanas, who began to watch her closely. The woman did not expect that one of them would be so aggressive. During the performance of a difficult pose, one iguana bit the woman's finger and immediately ran away. It looks very funny, and her finger is fine. As soon as this cat was rescued and successfully fell from a tree onto a rescue sheet, it immediately climbed up a neighboring tree again. It looks very funny, and the rescue operation will have to be repeated. Now take a look at these two divers. They found a deep sea worm more than 8 meters long, consisting of hundreds of thousands of organisms. Friends were diving off the coast of New Zealand when they came across this creature that looked like a windsock. You can see how the worm delicately moves through the water, shuddering and pulsating from time to time. Having stopped on the bridge to let a large herd of running bison pass, the driver had no options to leave the road. He could only hope that wild animals would just pass nearby. But no miracle happened. One crazy bison jumped right onto the hood and smashed the windshield. It's good that none of the people were hurt. When it saw the cat, this stupid dog reached its maximum speed and attacked. But it wasn't the case, since the dog only disgraced itself in front of its owner. While shooting beautiful landscapes over the river from a drone, the aircraft came across a flying flock of birds. The drone was really unlucky since the last bird crashed into it. Even when it lost coordination, the man still managed to keep his drone in the air. He had to make an emergency landing, but it didn't fall into the water. This performance on TikTok has turned into a heartbreaking rescue operation. Cadence Beavers was recording a perfect story in her backyard, but her video took a dramatic turn when a 9-month-old Rottweiler fell into the pool. The girl did not think for a long time and jumped into the pool fully dressed. She managed to quickly save her drowning pet. Now we have one more shocking moment. Tourists in Alaska filmed grizzly bears peacefully feeding on fish. Suddenly, one adult male did not like people and rushed at them at full speed. Those who did not know what to do would really die of fear even before the attack. It's good that they were experienced photographers. They didn't show fear, but started shouting and going forward. A few meters before the people, the bear got scared and made a sharp turn. This unusual bird is called the lesser florican. It inhabits the tall grass meadows of India and is known for its high jumps during mating performances. They are performed only by males during the rainy season. It looks very unusual. Now we have a crazy meeting of a very curious bear who came out to people in the winter forest. Despite the screams, it was not going to run away, and it was getting closer all the time. Then it almost attacked a family with children, but still, the loud screams worked and the bear stopped. No one was hurt. And this male swan proved that chivalry is still alive. It breaks the ice of the frozen lake with all its might so that its partner can swim freely. These monkeys have found fascinating entertainment. They just jump into the water from a tall tree. It looks like they're having a lot of fun. On the side of the road, a huge python attacked a deer. A caring man has begun to rescue the animal and is trying to drive away the python with blows of a branch. The snake defended itself and even attacked the man, but as a result, it got scared and left the prey. The deer was very lucky and he immediately ran away. Thai fishermen were confused after they caught this creature in the river. It looks like a strange fish with legs. The unusual fish simply shocked the fishermen, who were even afraid to take it off the hook. When the video appeared online, some researchers claimed that it could be the red-lipped batfish, a species of fish found in warm and temperate seas, but they are much smaller than this creature. Thai fishermen had no idea exactly what they had caught. You can use the comments below to share your opinion on this fish. Seeing a bear on the side of the road, the man decided to feed it a bagel right from the open car window, but it was a very bad idea. The seemingly calm bear attacked very aggressively, and it's good that the man managed to remove his hand in time. A big curious bear came to visit these fishermen. The fishermen did everything right. They slowly began to move back without making too much noise. One of the men even managed to turn on the camera. The bear turned out to be calm and soon went to the forest. Off the coast of Florida, two fishermen decided to go fishing on a boat. Their fishing turned out to be pretty unusual. As you can see, they found a flock of flying fish. One of the fishermen threw a small piece of mackerel into the water for bait, and in a few seconds, the first flying fish was already hanging on the hook. They managed to catch 7 of them that day. Surprisingly, this fish has really huge wings. Before jumping out of the water, it accelerates to the surface, then jumps out to a height of up to 2 meters, and can fly as much as 200 meters. The bear was captured in the forest. Perhaps it was born like this, or got some kind of injury in childhood, but it has to walk like a human on its hind legs. Have you ever seen a python climbing a tree? It looks fascinating. It seems that flies also do not know that touching frozen metal with their tongue is a very bad idea. These cats are watching the bird very carefully. Suddenly, a cheerful poodle appeared in the frame, who decided to scare the stupid cats. Just listen to the sounds the rhinoceros beetle makes during flight. It sounds like helicopter blades in slow motion. The brave man was not afraid of adult swans and went to rescue 3 kids who could not jump onto the high concrete side of the lake. The swans hissed and spread their wings, but the first one was saved almost immediately. The second one followed it, but the third turned out to be the most timid and began to run away in the other direction. But everything went well. It was also rescued and released into the water. Some kind of vegetation is entangled in the antelope's horns. The giraffe immediately came to the rescue. For a frog, this ladder can be eternal, or a great way to improve its physical shape. I can't believe how smart dolphins and whales are. They are one of the most intelligent animals in the world. And here's the real proof. The girl accidentally dropped her phone into the water, but a smart beluga whale found it at the bottom and gave it right to the girl's hands. It's just incredible. This little bird is called the green heron. What do you think it is doing near the water with that piece of bread in the beak? I was just shocked. It's fishing. It uses bread as bait for the fish that it wants to catch. I can't even believe that a little bird can have such a level of intelligence because it could just eat this bread, but the green heron knows that the fish is much tastier. Just look at how risky this leopard is. It decided to take a nap right on a high voltage transformer. Just one wrong move and it may be dead. I think everyone is safe in this case. In 2020, East Africa was experiencing an invasion of desert locusts. In Ethiopia and Somalia, it has become the largest in the last 25 years, and in Kenya, there has not been an invasion of this scale for 70 years. Desert locusts are the most destructive species of these insects. Adults fly up to 150 kilometers per day, and a swarm the size of Paris can eat as much as half of the population of France in a day. These insects also multiply rapidly during the rains. Their numbers can increase by about 20 times in 3 months. In East Africa, more than 19 million people face food insecurity. Due to the invasion of locusts, which destroys crops and pastures, the problem of hunger threatens the entire sub-region. The UN has already allocated $10 million to control locusts, and the only effective way to control these insects is to spray pesticides from airplanes.